Hi Broncos, this is Ms. Aston. Today we're going to be talking about our databases that we have access to here at East. The way that we're going to access these databases this year is through a website called macinvia.com. There's also an app in self-service that you can download. It looks like this. Well, you may be wondering, what is a database? A database is simply a collection of magazine articles, newspaper articles, videos, images, audio files, and even chapters from reference books. A database is just a collection. And when you use a database, you are guaranteed that your resources are going to be reliable, authoritative, and trustworthy. We pay for access to these databases so that we can have that guarantee. Well, let's go to the website, macinvia.com. When you open the app, you'll see this screen as well. Well, the first thing I need to do is type Coppell in the school box. And then I'm going to select Coppell Middle School East. My username is just my school username. Yours will have 3 letters and 4 numbers. And then my password is just my normal school password. And once I log in to Macinvia, I can see a list of all 17 of our databases. 6 out of 17 are focused on history, and we have 2 of those at the top. I can scroll down and I see BrainPop. You may be familiar with that. Britannica School Edition is an enhanced encyclopedia database that's new this year. We have another history database. Discovery Education, you may have already accessed this database in history or science classes this year. Gale Research and Context is new this year, and it's my favorite database. We're going to come back to this in just a moment and look at it more closely. InfoTrack Newsstand provides access to newspaper articles. Kids InfoBits and National Geographic Kids are good places to go for basic information about different topics. NetTracker provides access to websites and digital resources, and again, they're all guaranteed to be reliable, authoritative, and trustworthy. Opposing Viewpoints and Context is a great database if you're researching a controversial issue and want to make sure that you're looking at both sides of the argument. TeachingBooks.net is something that your teachers will use more often than you will. WorldBook, you're probably familiar with. And then we end with 3 more social studies databases. Well, let's get into one of the databases, and we're going to enter my favorite database, Gale Research in Context. I'm going to click Open Now. And when I get into the Research in Context database, I see the home screen. It looks just like this. At the top, I can see a Google G. I'm going to click there so that I can link this database with my Google Drive. Now, I've already logged in to my school Google Drive in another browser, and so it linked automatically. At this point, you might have to enter your g.coppellisd.com email address and your password. I have a search bar. I see that I can click here and browse topics. If I scroll down, I can see that I can enter the database through any of these subject headings. I'm going to do a keyword search of cyberbullying. Once I type my keyword and hit enter, I get my results list. Now remember, all of these resources are guaranteed to be reliable, trustworthy, and authoritative. I can see that I have some chapters from reference books. I have mention of cyberbullying in 6 different biographies. I have some images, videos, and audio files, magazine articles, newspaper articles, and even 1 primary source. I'm going to scroll all the way back to the top because in this menu on the right side, I can see all of those options as well. Well, let's say I'm specifically wanting a magazine article about cyberbullying. So I'm going to click on magazines. I've eliminated all other types of resources, so I'm just looking at my magazine articles. Well, there are still over 900, so I'm going to do a little bit more filtering using these options on the right. I'm going to use the subject filter, and let's say I want articles that just mention online social networks in cyberbullying. So I click there, and I have 12 magazine articles that I can look at more closely. I can read about them, I can click on them. Well, let's say after looking at all of the ones that are available, I like this one the best, this article from USA Today. So I'm going to click on the title, and I'm now looking at the article. And I have some different options once I'm in the actual article. I can listen to the article. I have some tools on the right. I have some citation tools. I can click there and copy and paste this or export it to my Google Drive. I can email or download the article, print. I can do some highlighting and take some notes. Well, the feature I want to look at more closely is the download feature. Because I made sure I was signed in to my school Google Drive, I have this as an option, Save to Google Drive. I'm going to download this article to my Google Drive. And once I go to my school Google Drive, I'll now see a folder called Research in Context. This is the name of the database I was in. I'm going to open that folder, and that article I was just looking at in the database is there. It's now a Google Doc. I can do some highlighting, some note-taking. I can do all sorts of things. And when I scroll down to the bottom of the article, I'll see that that citation is there as well. I can copy and paste this into a works cited or a bibliography if I want to. That's one of the great features about using a database. I can always find a citation through citation tools or through scrolling down to the bottom and looking for the citation. It's right there. I can copy and paste that to a works cited or a bibliography. So the next time you are doing some research, I hope that you give one of our databases a try. Remember, we have 6 history databases and then a variety of other databases as well. My favorite database is Gale Research in Context. It covers a variety of topics. That would be a good place to start if you're unsure where to go first. If you have any questions or need any help, come see me in the library. Have a great day, Broncos.